Hi, good afternoon. Yeah, welcome to our Security Made Simple webinar series. This is the second session. My name is Noeki AB, and thank you for joining us, everyone. Today, our focus is on cybersecurity and internet scams. I'm sure many of us have stories around these things. Those who are falling for it, who haven't fallen for it, those who see right through it and all that. And today we've got three experts on the matter who are going to talk to us. I'll introduce them shortly, but before I do, this webinar series is brought to you by Fortified, Live Fearless. And we just want to encourage you to take your security seriously, especially in this season with elections around the corner and Christmas around the corner. You just want to take your security, your personal security and other security seriously. Okay, so just going to go right into it to introduce the first person. He's going to be talking to us about defending against internet deception. And by internet deception, we mean deep fakes, generative AIs, and all. I'm sure you're wondering what it means. I'm also wondering. So we'll hear from the expert. He's an experienced professional with a unique blend of military discipline and technical expertise. He specializes in training digital transformation initiatives, enhancing cybersecurity frameworks, and managing IT obsolescence for large-scale organizations. I hope I got the word right. Don't tell anyone, but actually I had to Google it to get the pronunciation right. His military background has instilled a commitment to excellence, strategic planning, and a results-oriented mindset, which he brings to every project, leveraging his skills in both structured environments and dynamic corporate landscapes. He ensures operational continuity and drives impactful outcomes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Kweku Obeng to talk to us on defending against internet deceptions. Over to you, Kweku. I hope you are well. Sorry, Kweku, if you are on mute, kindly unmute because we can't hear you at this side. Okay. We're waiting for Kweku to sort out his sound and talk to us. No, I'm reading your lips now. I can't hear you. So I don't know. Maybe check the screen of the studio. It might be muted on the studio screen. I'm not sure. Okay, you know what? Whilst we wait for Kweku to sort it out, I want to bring on the next person so that we don't miss out on the time. We have, or let me say a little bit about the person. He's a US-based Ghanaian cybersecurity expert and writer with a focus on the intersection of technology, media, business, and law-ish. He researches and writes about the evolving relationship between technology and society, with a particular interest in how digital systems shape modern life and culture. His 2022 book, Everything That Happened and the People Who Made It Happen, profiles Ghana's top 10 most influential entertainment brands of the 2010s. I'd like to, at this point, welcome Nenebi Tony to talk to us on phishing and smishing. When I was doing my research on this topic, I found out that okay, when I saw smishing, I was like, okay, what's smishing? So I went to check it out, and I found that there's also something called vision. So there's
Yes.
phishing, smishing, and vision.
Yes.
Wow, that's very fascinating. Over to you, Ninebi. We're happy to have you here and take us away. It's your show now.
Thank you, Noeki. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm well.
Quick question: have you ever had like any of these attacks before? Any form of phishing, smishing, vision?
Yes, yes, yes. Wait, would it count as an attack if I didn't fall for it? Oh,
Yes. So it's
okay.
an
So I
attack.
have, I have
Mhm.
almost daily, almost daily. There's an SMS or there's a call or something or an email. It's like I
Yeah,
get it
every
quite.
day over millions of cybersecurity attacks are sent out every single day. Millions. Sometimes you
Okay.
fall for them, sometimes you don't. And
Yes.
lucky for you, you work in the security space, so you hardly fall for them. But I'm going to start by saying this,
And
right?
sometimes I think it's hard. It's hard to tell the difference. It can be very tricky.
Yes, it's true.
Sometimes it seems
Actually,
quite yeah.
when people think about cybersecurity, they think about computers and phones, right? But
Yes.
at least 75% of cybersecurity attacks start with human beings. So
Okay.
they usually start with the person who is being attacked. So in cybersecurity, there's something called social engineering, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And social engineering is the process of manipulating, influencing, and deceiving a victim in order to gain control over their system or to steal their personal information. And so, over 75%, some study even say 98% of cybersecurity attacks start with social engineering. And
Hmm.
that's because breaking into my MacBook or my iPhone is too much work, right? It's
Yeah.
easier to target the easiest link in cybersecurity. And the easiest link is human beings. Because human beings are plagued by something we call emotions. So, social engineering tactics usually focus on your emotions, right? They focus
Yeah.
on using maybe trust. So, sometimes when you trust somebody or a system, the attack will come through using that trust. So, let me use this example. I'll keep going back to it throughout my presentation. In 2010, a lot of Ghanaians received a text message saying that there was going to be an earthquake in Ghana. So it was the earthquake was going to happen between 12:30 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. And over
Yeah.
half of Ghanaians left their room and went to stand on the
That's
streets.
out in their sleeping
Yeah,
clothes.
yes. That is, and if you remember the email said it was the information was coming from the BBC and NASA.
Yes.
BBC and NASA are systems that Ghanaians trust when it comes to news, right? NASA,
That's
everybody
true.
knows
Yeah.
that NASA is very trustworthy when it comes to weather and then geography related issues.
Right.
So whoever sent that text message did something we call impersonation. He impersonated BBC and NASA to let
Okay.
us to gain the trust of people. And another way social engineering focuses on our emotion is something which is called agency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Agency is always cybersecurity attack in most cases creates a need to act immediately or something will happen. If you
Yeah.
remember the text message, I wrote it down. The text message said tonight, 12:30 to 3:30 a.m. Cosmo rays entering Earth. Leave your room immediately. So what happens is it triggers your flight or fight response. So you are
Yes.
not thinking logically, right? Why didn't GBC report this? Why is it coming from a text message? Your mind won't go there. Your mind immediately is, if I don't act immediately, I might die. So cyber social engineering focuses on usually making us act immediately, and then if you don't act, something will happen. And phishing usually is a form of social security, social engineering that in the US about 90% of cybersecurity attacks start from phishing. Phishing is when a cybersecurity attack starts through email, right? So somebody, I have a friend who is an author, he's a writer, and because I'm a writer, I usually contact him and we interact through email. And one time I received an email from him, and then the email said he has a document for me to sign. This is somebody who I have a social relationship with. I have no business relationship with him. And so, because I understand these things, what I did was I sent him a text message like, which document is that? Am I signing for? And he told me that actually his email account has been hacked. So somebody was sending me an email with his account. That is usually the most common form of cybersecurity attack in the US. But in Ghana, because most people don't interact through email and we interact through WhatsApp and text message, the most common form of cybersecurity attack in Ghana is smishing. Smishing comes from the word SMS, so it's through SMS. So usually you receive a text message or a WhatsApp message. The most recent one I saw was somebody sending a WhatsApp message that John Mahama is giving out 500 Ghana cedis, and that is earmarked for his campaign. But think about this: it's an election year.
Wait, he is giving out 500 CD.
Yes, that was a WhatsApp message that was passed around in Ghana, and I received it, right? Because John Mahama is campaigning for election, it's believable that he would want to send money. But there's something that you need to understand. The most important thing Mahama wants people to do this year is know the good things he's doing or the good things he's about to do. So if John Mahama is sending out 500 CDs, he's not going to do it through the website that was attached to that text message was ikbit.com. Why would John Mahama go there? He'll probably go to Ghana News Agency or TV3 or somewhere where most Ghanaians are to report it. He will not go to an obscure website. But if you hear John Mahama, it's election year, 500 Ghana cedis, huge money, it triggers the greed in you. So you are not thinking straight, right? So that is how cybersecurity attacks start. They start with somebody sending a text message or an email to you. And in most cases, the email or text message requires you to take an action. Text 200, text I want this to 5500 or click on this link to qualify. The first 500 people to text would be rewarded. So the moment you hear the first 500 people, your mind goes to, if I don't act immediately, I'm going to lose this money, right? So usually this form of attacks, they focus on that way of expression. So usually when they happen, like I said, first thing, the link, another thing, responding to a text or something. And the link is the attack. Because in order to get access to your phone or laptop, whoever is attacking you need your permission. So usually when you click on that link, they get access to your device. and launched what we call a 0-day attack. Zero means that he hasn't started yet, right? So a 0-day attack is an attack that enters into your system and you have no idea that it's in your system because it hasn't physically done anything damaging to you yet. But what 0-day attacks do is that they get access to your system and wait to use your system for whatever they want to use your system for, right? So it is important that when you receive a text message and it has a link in it, take a beat before you click on the link. That's the most important thing to do. Always take a pause. It's a link. Usually, what I do is if somebody sends me a news article and I read the headline of the article, instead of clicking on the link, I will go on Google and search for the headline and go through the Google more than go to the link because if it's true, it probably will be on the BBC website. And also, it is important to look at the source of the link. Say your company's name is fortifyID.com. Your company name is fortifyID. Somebody can use something we call water hole attack for your company. So instead of Fortify ID, the link might be Fortify IG. And if you are not somebody who pays attention to detail, you might click here and get in trouble, right? So it's always important that I always say that the three biggest what's the name defenses against cybersecurity is one, patience. Nothing in this world, very few things in this world happen immediately. Most things, if you don't act within the next second, nothing will happen to you. Sometimes you just need about 30 seconds, right? If you hear a news, patience. Number two, tame down your greed. And greed is not something that is necessarily bad. Greed is something that is linked to ambition. If you're an ambitious person, you want to make it in life and something. But when I say tame down your greed is when you see 500 CDs, the first thing you should think is, why is he giving me 500 CDs? Why? What have I done to earn that money? You understand? And the third thing is always verify. Verify from an external source. So if you receive an email that Muhammad is giving out 500 CDs, has Peace FM reported it? Has TV3 reported it? Those are the most important platforms. Even if they reported it just to say negative things about it, it is better for you than following the link in your what's the name in your text or WhatsApp. And also, sometimes we all fall prey to cybersecurity attacks. I have fallen prey to it before. One time I thought I was texting with this girl on Instagram and then she asked me to move to Snapchat with her. I should have immediately suspected that Snapchat, because the message deletes immediately, it's easy for people to use that as a form of attack, right? But I followed. But that's another story.
I need to know how it ended. So wait for me after your session. So you give me the
Okay, I
details.
hear. So usually when you receive if you receive a cybersecurity attack, the way to know is one, usually will come with unexpected requests. So you and Jonathan is your boss, right? He sometimes will ask you to do something work related. And so if you receive a request that is from maybe Jonathan, that is not something that is usual of Jonathan. The first thing you do is you verify. And luckily in Ghana, people answer phone calls. In the country, people don't answer phone calls. So in Ghana, people answer phone calls. So the first thing is you call Jonathan and find, are you okay? You understand? And another thing is unusual communication style. Almost every estimation of phishing communication you receive will have an error. So the WhatsApp message I received, the way they spell Ghanaian, the second A in Ghana didn't come. Almost every one of them will have some error because the goal is for them to, what's the name, to fish out people who are not gullible. So the error is that if you are a very attentive person, you are a waste of time for a hacker.
Wait, just a second. Is that me in the? I just saw. Wait, wait. Did I just see what I saw?
I think somebody put it there. I think probably it's Jonathan.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't remember taking this picture. So like, what's going on here? Because I see me. So I guess what you're saying. This is like something you could easily fall for. Because I think Jonathan is posting it to support what you're saying. Because I'm looking at, I see myself in the Jonathan. If you can put it back, I see myself in the picture, and I see the other person. But I like, no, I never took this picture. So what's this? Anyway, you go on. Yeah.
The guy dealing with AI will explain that to you. So, unusual communication style. So usually they will have some error in it that you, if you are not a very detail-oriented person, you will miss. And that is a way of filter for hackers. If you are a detail-oriented person, you are going to waste the hacker's time. So the hacker would put a little bit of error in their message, and if you miss it, then they know that they can run a few things by you. You understand? Because
So they
hackers,
actually do it on purpose. They
a
make the
lot of time
mistake.
they do it
Like
on
these
purpose. Yes.
people, like the Momo, those people who send text messages about mobile money, the fake ones. Would that count?
Yes, yes,
As,
that's a good example of estimation. Yes,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
So those
Where
are the
would
bit
you
of what?
um where would you put, when you were talking about social engineering, sometimes on social media there are these games that come up and they ask you things like what's your favorite food, and
Mm-hmm.
then maybe which year was something something, or how many children do you have. They have these series
Yeah,
of,
yeah, 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 yeah.
but
Yes, those are
it's actually
usually
getting
okay. So
information.
in social engineering,
Yeah.
there's something. The first stage of social engineering is preparation, and preparation is the stage where you gather information about your victim. So usually those things are a precursor to the attack. So they are part of the preparation stage. What is your favorite food? When they find out what your favorite food is, then they can tailor the attack at you. You understand? Because the most important thing about social engineering is establishing trust. So when they have information about you, it's easy for you to trust them. It's easy for them to trigger your what's the, I'm not a science person, but I was quoting your attachment hormone, right? Because usually get easily attached to things that feel familiar to you. So when they know what your favorite food is, when they are attacking you, it's easy for them to put a picture of Baku in the in the what's the name text they are sending to you, and that is usually part of the preparation stage. So I'll put it under there, right? So those are always, and when you're always being attacked, right? Usually with WhatsApp, I noticed that personal from observation, WhatsApp attacks usually start with group chats that are general, say your church group, because any new member of your church will be added to the church WhatsApp group. And it doesn't necessarily mean that that person is a good person. They just go to your church. Or your, what's the name? Your school or student group. And with school or student, it's easy to verify that this person didn't go to school with us. So let's kick him out. But with church, it becomes very difficult to do that. So always, I have said that usually you have to verify all new members. But whenever it is not possible to verify new members because it's a general group chat, is always be courteous with, be cautious of the type of message you are receiving from these people. Courtesy is very, very important. So if somebody from your church contacts you and you don't know this person from church, always it's better to tell them, let me see you in church on Sunday. Let's talk. It's always try to verify who the person is. Or call me on video. Let me see if I know you or we've met before. You understand? So verify, verify, verify. I think those are the most important ingredients you need for surviving a social engineering attack.
Thank you so much, Nene B, and especially for emphasizing verify, verify, verify. It's always important for us to do that so we can avoid, or rather not fall prey to phishing and smishing and division attacks.
Yeah.
So phishing is, just to go back, phishing is emails, smishing
Yeah.
is SMS, and phishing is voice
Vision
calls
is
or
voice
voicemail.
calls. So vision is when
Okay.
you start that you receive a phone call. Someone was like, "I mistakenly sent money to your momo."
Yeah.
That's an example of vision.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Got it. Got it. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. And please don't go. I'll come and catch up with you on the Snapchats
You
incident. I
like
know.
gossip.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you. Okay. So we're just going to go back to Kweku Obeng. He's ready now. So Kweku Obeng is going to talk to us. In case you missed it earlier, Kweku Obeng is going to talk to us about defending against internet deception, specifically deep fakes and generative AI. So over to you, Kweku. Wait, like,
I can see the shock on your face, Nweki.
hey,
We'll talk about this. Don't be alarmed. Mr. Moderator, you can take it off now. We can have the discussion now. You can shoot your first question. I'll answer it and I'll go into what I need to talk about. But calm yourself down for now.
I'm still processing what I just saw. So it
Okay.
just
Okay. So
okay.
that is just a snippet of what artificial intelligence can do. Okay.
Right.
And this is how far technology has come. What I mean by that is when you heard Ndebi talking, he mentioned a lot of things about the everyday challenges of phishing and smishing. Technology has allowed us a place, or has moved us to a place where we are now able to leverage powerful trends or powerful, intelligent systems to create or simulate human intelligence. When it comes to artificial intelligence, we are likening it to what human beings are capable of, whether that be healthcare or in the entertainment industry. So it's basically to take away the chunk of our laborious processes and give it all to the computers to do that for us. However, we have gotten to that point where that same technology is being exploited. And it's been exploited by bad actors, threat actors, and literally anybody with a phone, an internet, and a very good processor on that phone that they are holding in their hands. The last few months, I think in somewhere in March, April, there was this incident in Hong Kong where a CFO, chief financial officer of a very large multinational company, fell as a victim to one of these scams. So we call this as crime as a service. When you go on the dark web, you see a lot of these services there. What the criminals did was they set up these fake videos and presented themselves as board members of the company. So all along, this CFO was just sat there listening to everything. He didn't realize that he was dealing with criminals. And he signed away $25 million of of the company's money to these criminals, and they disappeared within an instant when that money hit. So you can see the magnitude or the vastness of that sort of challenge that we deal with at the moment. And artificial intelligence has enabled us to see the depths of what is now deep fake. Why deep fake? The word is deep and fake put together. So it goes to the depths of technology. It exploits that power in the technology to create what is not real. So from what you've just seen on your screen, I had used an image that I had pulled from your Facebook, Audrey, and I had pulled one from, I think you're muted, Audrey. I had pulled one from Jonathan's wall, and all I did was to ask the machine to create a scenario where you are just hugging each other. Simple as that. Now
Like Jerry, please
imagine,
bring that the video or whatever it is.
do you want to watch the video again?
Yes, I'm just
Mr. DJ, bring it back one more time.
because I
Power
see
one more
I
time.
saw
Yeah,
it and
go
my
ahead.
first thought was, okay, well that's
Yeah.
me, but
Yes, but it's not
I
you.
don't remember any of this happening.
Exactly.
But it
Exactly.
looks so real. Somebody who
Yes.
doesn't know that
Yes.
this may actually happen.
Yes. Yes. And to think that a lot of our lives is now on social media. Okay. When you go on, every single person you know or loves social media, you see lots of photos. I am worse for it. I post a lot of my personal life on social media. And I know, Nueki, you do a lot of stuff online as well, based on your blogging and your travel and all sorts.
Yeah.
But these are some of the challenges. When you come in between, this is where the challenges are. The threat actor is finding vast amounts of information, vast amounts of data. They are not after you as a person. They are after the data that makes up who you are, if it makes sense.
Okay. Yes,
So,
I get that.
so for example, once they get hold of that data, they are able to then manipulate it just as I have done here. So imagine if your your grandfather or your husband or whoever that is gets to see something like this, or someone purportedly creates something. You are standing at Shangri-La or
Yeah.
somewhere in Labadi Beach, and if that person is not technologically savvy or inclined to see that, no, this is fake, they will easily buy into it.
Yep.
Okay. Or if, for example, God forbid, you were to be on a sick bed and they send that video of you being in a very desperate situation. Oh, Nueki has had, again, God forbid, an accident, and she's been, admitted to Kolebu or Konfanochi. We need 1,000 Ghana city. We need 10,000. We need this for a quick operation. Then they did mention that. And I think the urgency that comes with playing on the emotions of people, they will easily fall for that scam. And it is something that is developing so fast. I don't think I personally am aware or know of people in Ghana that have fallen victims to these things yet, but it is there and it is happening on a large scale. Maybe not for individuals, but more so companies. Companies that have a lot of data, companies that store human, data. Say, for example, the Ghana Passport Office. They have thousands, if not millions, of our details there. Take Ghana Revenue Authority, take even the Ministry of Defense, and all of these people deal with individuals at a certain level. And that is the sort of challenges that we are seeing day in and day out. And so for me today, and to your listeners, wherever they may be, one of the key takeaways is, what are you doing online? How much of your presence or how much of your life are you willing to throw away on the internet? Because don't forget, the internet in Wiki, it has become what our dumpster, humanity's hard-coded dumpster. Okay, and it retains everything that you put out there. So they say deletion is not eradication. Now think about all the politicians who had said very unsavory stuff in the past few years, and it's all coming back to bite them in this election year. And I've been seeing loads of screenshots from Twitter or X flying everywhere. And this is this is what we live with now. Okay. And so you ask yourself, just how much of me, Kweku, how much of Audrey, or how much of Jonathan or Fortify ID are we willing to put out there? And that is what the key criminals in these instances are leveraging on. How then do we cope and deal with it? Somebody is going to ask. Number one, and this is very important, not just for ourselves, even for our children's sake as well, we need to be able to minimize our digital footprint. What do I mean by that? Someone is going to ask, well, I shop online every day. I use Facebook for my market or my, marketing, or I know a lot of people that sell using Facebook. But there is that distinction between being a business that solely, deals in marketing or selling things to people, and you putting your personal life out there. So, for example, if I was to search anyone randomly on my friends list, I can start piecing things together like their name, maybe their date of birth, I don't know, sometimes even address. And God forbid if I could grab or get my hands on, say, their social security number. Okay, that these are very delicate information. You'll be shocked the amount of things that people are willing to put on there. So it is not even just for us. The amount of screen time our children are having as well is exposing them to some of these things. And you'll be shocked that a lot of 16-year-olds, 12-year-olds on Instagram, on Snapchat, and God knows where else, they are sharing so much of their lives over there. And it is up to us as parents to be able to, mitigate and help them, channel all these paths, or be able to maneuver through all these challenges as they come. Okay. Again, your previous presenter mentioned the verification before trusting, or trust but verify. It is absolutely essential. If someone was to send this video to you, I don't know, one of your children right now, they say, oh, look, that's mommy. Okay. And people wouldn't, these children, because of the way this technology plays or preys on the minds of others, they will say, that is my mom, and who is this person that she's hugging? We don't know this gentleman, but this video is purporting to show us someone that supposedly mommy is friends with. Okay. And so for those ones, and for our grandmothers and grandparents, and those who are not really IT savvy, there is that very challenge, that big problem, and we need to be able to help them go through some of these challenges. When it comes to, oh, I've seen a video of, I don't know, Trini Jonas or President Akufo-Addo, or maybe even Mahama, saying XYZ in Tamale or Kintampo. How are you going to fact check these things? And right in the middle of an election year, anything, and people can throw out anything, and the audience is vast. They will just soak it in. Oh, have you not heard? President Akufo-Addo has said this, or Bawumia said that. Who's going to fact check all these things? So these are some of the the challenges that we are dealing with. The other big one, or the last one that I'm going to touch on, is to stay informed and stay educated. Okay. Why is this very important? We have cell phones in our hands. It's a powerful technology, all right? And we can do so much with it. But it goes beyond the normal social media, picture taking, ordinary phone calls, the texting. Hello, baby. What did you eat last night? How was your sleep?
Oh, you just had to go there. What did you eat?
Spend some time to find out what is happening around you in your world. Because honest to God, Audrey, there is a lot happening in the world of technology, and it will blow your mind. Sometimes I have been in this industry for almost 5+ years, and there's so much. It can get really overwhelming. And some of the ones that even are military grade that you don't even get to see every day, it's mind-boggling. Honest to God, it's mind-boggling. So for that, you could say, even for businesses and large enterprises, they will need to train their staff to be able to identify or spot these fakes. They will need to be able to say, this is not us, or this is not my GM, that is not Jonathan, or that is not my branch manager. This is someone trying to play a smart one on me here. And it is us that need to take up, or proactively take up that challenge, to be to learn what is going on around us. There are tools these days for identifying and spotting the fakes. There are individual applications that I'm not going to go into that you can find online on your Play stores that can fact check some of these AI generated stuff. And for large businesses, again, if they are willing to spend some money, there are again powerful tools now, because if the criminals are going to be using the tools, trust that there are others who are also proactively building the defenses or the defense mechanism to be able to combat those, threat actors. And so for me this afternoon, really, it's just in a nutshell what those deceptions looks like, what the current challenges are with the fast pace of technology, and how best we can protect ourselves and our loved ones, around us as well. But over to you, moderator, if there are any questions. I know you are so shocked, but don't worry.
No, I'm over it. I'm very cool.
That's good. That's good.
No, but this has been really insightful, and I like that you made it so practical by using the example you did and the pictures that you did. So I think two things that have come up so far from both Nenebi's and your presentation are trust but verify. I think the verification is also very important, and also knowing who you're dealing with or who is communicating with you. Because if, for example, like I know you offline, should I say? Yes, I know
Of
you
course,
could
yeah.
go offline. So I know the kind of conversation we have, and I know how you talk or how you address me or something. So if I receive a message
Yeah.
that's purporting to be you, I can easily no, this is not is everything
Exactly.
okay? Because this is not how you speak, or you wouldn't ask for this or ask for that.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important for all of us to pay attention to these things. But thank you so much for
No problem.
bringing light to these matters. And
Mm.
as time goes on, I think we'll all keep learning how to identify these situations and how to avoid them. It won't always be easy, or we may not always win, but we keep at it. We'll be able to tell. I mean, previously when AI photos came,
Yeah.
it was I think for some it was easy to identify because the person will have
Yeah.
6, 7
Yeah.
fingers.
5 or 6.
Now
Yeah. 10.
they've managed to improve so much that it's hard
Yeah.
to tell. But if you
Yeah.
are somebody who takes time in these spaces, you can tell immediately. You see that this is
Exactly.
not real. So
Exactly.
yes, we all have to make the effort to learn
Yeah.
and to adjust and to help those who are not tech savvy to come up. Especially in these days, we've got elections around the corner. There's going to be a lot of misinformation. There's going to be a lot of mudslinging and all that's happening from all sides.
Yeah.
So people need to stay vigilant and know what is real and what is not, and what you are giving your attention to. So thank you so much, Pico. I'm sure we'll bring
You're
you
welcome.
back another time
Absolutely.
for
Thank you.
more
Thank you.
details. But please don't scare me like that again.
I promise. Fingers crossed.
Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
So we have a few minutes left. We're just going to go to our final expert for today. She's a service center supervisor with a multinational courier service provider. Her name is Sylvia Yemefio, and she's going to speak to us about protecting ourselves from online scams. Very, very important. So over to you, Sylvia. You're welcome to the Security Made Simple webinar series with Fortified. Please go ahead if you can.
Good evening.
Hi, Sylvia.
And good evening to all your viewers.
Good evening. You can go right ahead.
Okay, so happy new month, and I'm glad to be part of this session. Okay, so I want to explain myself by saying that security, to the layman understanding, is being safe or putting measures in place to protect yourself, protect your family, and then enjoy your Christmas or enjoy your election month. So today I would like to share with all that from where I sit, I see a lot of people falling to these online scammers. And at the end of the day, I feel so sad. I cannot help, but I can help others to be vigilant this time to enjoy their Christmas. I am coming from this school of thought that says that technology and digitalization is becoming part and parcel of us and is changing the world day in and day out. So it is important for us to enjoy the good side, and also be vigilant to the other side as well. So today I'm here to share with you. I'm using myself as an example. Somewhere last year, I bought a dress online and I noticed that the prices were just cool. So I wanted it quick. I canceled. I just wanted it quick. And then I saw this online dress. I purchased. I paid for it, only to find out that the shipment is not coming. I tried to contact the people and then they blocked me. That day, I was so lucky that I wanted to buy a lot of things from that site. But by the grace of God, due to what I'm always getting or the trainings that I receive, I just decided to try the waters. You understand? So I was not, let me put in comment, big fool, but I was able to
Yeah,
get
you
what I
just
wanted.
you didn't put your
So
whole foot in.
I was able to say to myself, okay, so this year Christmas or during this season, this is one of the I want to talk about 4 areas that we should take a particular notice about. Number one, if you are buying fast food online and you know the number that you always purchase your fast food from, please keep the number very well, because during this
Yeah.
season we have a lot of people go to the website, change their numbers, and then they are able to put their own numbers there. So you order something from them and you end up paying the momo to a scammer.
Mm.
And trust me, you will not get your food.
Yeah.
Okay. Number
And you
two,
may not get your money back.
yes, yes, yes. And if you are not even,
The
you are
person
not
has
even,
the
you
telco
even make
might not be.
more money from you. You understand? I know somebody who bought something for the kid during Christmas last year around the same time, and she did not receive it. I know a lot of people. We even called some of them and they were like, "Oh, we are coming." They will end up not coming at all. But your money is gone. You understand? So during this period, my advice to all is that you pay particular attention. You stay vigilant when you are buying your fast food. If you can walk into any restaurant yourself, just do. Or if you know the number, just keep the number very well. Tell
Okay.
friend and another friend to stay vigilant this time, because around this time, people are sitting down there and they want to make a lot of money. We are saying there is no money in Ghana, but trust me, people are making money through this particular medium. And another platform that people are also making money from, when you are buying your earpiece, you know the women, they want to look good on 31st night. They want to buy nice dress online. Trust me, this is another form of people getting money. They go online. I know a lot of people in the US. From where I sit, people walk into my office with their cousins, their sisters, their brothers, and what have you, trying to get this earpiece online. And it's so cool, it's affordable. So they were like, oh, let me buy two, let me buy three. And then the inches also increase the size. So people want to buy more. You go there and you purchase the earpiece, you send your Momo to them, and then they'll go Facebook, they block you. So please, they will give you a different tracking number that you they sometimes walk into my facility and they'll be like, oh madam, do you know this tracking number? I'm here to pick my parcel. And I'm like, oh no, your parcel, this is not a tracking number. We have a sequence or we have series of tracking numbers, and yours doesn't fall into our own. And they're like, wow, no, I saw this thing, I saw this brand, and that is why I purchased the item online. So please, during this period, just be sure of what you are buying, especially if you are not um, ready to pay Momo. Just check where you are paying the money to. Check, be sure. Let somebody in Ghana, like our first presenter said, he said you should go online and then check the link, check some of the headings. Be sure of where you are going before you try to pay money to somebody online. It is very, very, very important. And because of recommendations, I hear people calling me or some people and link me up to talk to some people. And sometimes the pictures they show, they are way, way, way below our standard. So please, during this period, I am begging you, just be vigilant, stay focused, know what you are buying, know where you are buying, and be sure if the link is cool. Like our second presenter said, check the letters, whether there is A or B before you put in your money somewhere. Also, I want to touch on people getting clothing. So it goes for brothers and sisters who also want to buy a nice dress. Just stay vigilant. Stay vigilant. And then my last one. Of late, I've seen people moving around and telling people that, oh, I saw something about you. Your mother is about to die 2 days, in 3 days, and 4 days. So they walk in badges and they will tell you that, oh, Mr. Kofi, stand there and then put your laptop down, leave your bag, just go and count the light poles, 7 light poles, collect stones, and come and let me pray for you so that I can break that thing off your neck. And then the person will do it and come back. So you being the new person standing there, you may think that the person standing there is a prophet. So you also want to leave your bag and leave your iPhone or what have you, and then go and count the light poles and come back. Only to find out that before you get back, they are gone because they are working in groups. So please, I know a lady in Tema who recently was
Um,
victim.
I'm shocked. Like this is news
Also,
to me. Wow.
let me advise you so that you don't fall a victim.
Yes, please.
They
Yes.
walk in threes or twos. And what they do is they will meet you and they're like, oh, I want you to direct me to this church or this police station. So you will go and like, oh, go to this junction, turn right, turn left. And before you realize, they'll be like, hey, hold on a minute. Your mom or your brother or your son will die in 2 days' time. So you don't even know that the person next to him is part of the team. So he will tell you to hold on and then tell the next person, instruct the next person what they should do. The next person will be like, okay, can you go leave your bag, leave your shoes, leave your whatever you're holding with me, go and count these light poles, count 5, go back and then pick 7 stones, come and let me pray for you. The person will go and do the same, and then he will come and the person will pray for him. So you being the next person standing there, you are just like, oh, okay, I want to know what is happening here. And what they do is, okay, so you just saw what the person did. You will do the same. By the time you go and count 7 light poles and collect 7 stones, by the time you get there, your mobile phone, your bag, even your food is gone. Because this victim ended up buying food, her fast food was taken away, her bag went, her money and her wallet, everything gone. So please, during this season, I am begging you, just stay vigilant, stay focused, encourage your children, advise your house, tell everybody, even in your church, that it's good that we are celebrating Christmas, but be vigilant. Know what you are buying, know where you are going, know what you want to eat at the right time, get the right contact. And then lastly, Black Friday is coming. So there will be a lot of link available with reduction sales and what have you. I am here to encourage all that be sure of the link, watch the prices very well before you link up and then decide to buy, because you will end up not getting what you are ordering for. Thank you, Noeki.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sylvia. This has been really insightful. And guys, I think we can't emphasize it enough. You must verify, 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 verify. That's one common theme throughout today's presentations. You must verify because looks like these scammers and other undesirable types of people play on our emotions and they play on our greed as well. So please be mindful and limited in your greed. I mean, if somebody sends you a message, they're going to give you 500 CDs or 5,000 CDs. You should ask yourself, what have I done that they want to give me 5,000 CDs? Check your greed. It's important. I mean, or you see, I think the new thing now, or recently I saw this, is it a Stanley Cup? That oversized cup with a straw, and I know that cup is over 1,000 CDs, and people are selling it at 50 CDs and whatnot. So you should check. I mean, why is anybody selling you, or why is somebody selling Ray-Bans sunglasses at 20 CDs or 30 CDs? You should really check these things. Like greed really has a big role to play on it. We have just about a minute to go, and I see Nenevi is back. Nenevi, would you like to just round up for us on the security? I'm sure you heard the other speakers, and if there's anything just for us to end up with before we leave.
Okay, so it boils back to the example she gave is also a type of social engineering. but that happens in real life instead of online, right? So it always boils back to always make sure that when you are dealing with people, let be driven by logic more than emotion. So those people where you let somebody do it before you come in to do it is a form of social proof. Because as human beings, we always create social interaction. So you see, when you see a human being doing something, you're like, okay, I can also do it. But it all boils down to you always make sure that you are driven, have a security mindset. Have a security mindset. Always think, what do I stand to lose if I do this thing? What do I stand to benefit if I do this thing? So have a security mindset. Everything you do will be driven by security. Every new technology, every social interaction, be cautious of what you are giving out and what you are taking in.
Thank you, Nenebi. Closing words from you, Kweku. I'm sorry, Kweku, you're mute. You're on mute. No, we can't hear you. I'm reading your lips. No, not yet. All right. Sylvia, whilst we wait for Kweku, any
That's
okay, he's back.
sorry about that. It's my fault. Just to add to what Denebi just said there as well. There's a thin line between technology, opportunity, and deception. Okay, and we have to always be vigilant. The lines get blurry with the need for speed, the urgency, and the trade-off or the cost can be very high. And so for me, and the key takeaway for everyone who's on here listening is just be mindful. When you are online, just have always your second sense on. If you see it and you feel deep inside you, your gut instinct says it's fake. 9 times out of 10, it is fake. That's all I have to add. Thank you.
Thank you, Kweku. And Sylvia, final or closing remarks from you.
Okay, to all our viewers or listeners, we are saying vigilant is the key word for today. And so we want everyone to stay vigilant whilst you enjoy your Christmas and know where you are buying your thing. And one lastly, if you are not expecting anything from anybody, please don't pay any money that you want to receive a parcel. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So please, if you don't remember anything from today's session, at least remember to be vigilant. Vigilance is the key word for today. And as Kweku said, there's a thin line between technology, opportunity, and
Deception.
deception. Was that it? Yes.
Yep.
So please, let's stay vigilant. It's very important. This has been the second session of the Security Made Simple webinar series brought to you by Fortified. We'll see you again, same time next week, Sunday, 4 p.m. Have a great week. Stay out of trouble. Don't get scammed, please. Don't get scammed. And don't get caught up in any of the deception that is going on. My name is Noeki AB, and it's been fun having a conversation with you. Bye, and see you next time.
Bye-bye. Bye.